Hello po mga ate at kuya at nandito na naman tayo sa bagong episode ng Bulaga! I am back again to answer your questions. You know the drill. It will be 5 questions that I have picked throughout the week, and I will try my best to answer them as quickly and as accurately as possible. You know the drill. It's going to be 5 questions this week that I've picked. If you haven't watched my other videos, just click on the description. I'll link all the videos down below. And after watching those videos, you think you haven't really answered, or I haven't really answered any of the questions that you may have, do not forget to comment them at the comment section down below. Okay, so the first question is from Gretchen Eslet. She asked if her husband or ex-husband is the one to file the annulment, what would happen? Apparently, her ex-husband had a child outside of their marriage, so he had a child somewhere else or with someone else, and they've been separated for I think 6 years. So that's what she said on the question. So Ate Gretchen, to help you out, if you want to know if there's any way that you can make the annulment process faster, I would say, as bad as it may sound, is to not interfere with the annulment process. You might just let your ex-husband deal with the filing and everything, unless you want to attend court dates or hearings. If you guys have properties together or children together, and you're fighting for who's gonna take care of the children, you may need to contact a lawyer to represent you as well. So yeah, I hope that answered your question. If you have a follow-up question with that, just don't forget to comment down below. The second question is by Mr. Ray London. He asked about a Catholic woman who got married to a Muslim guy, and the Muslim men or the Muslim guy got married to another woman because they're allowed to have multiple wives according to the Sharia law. And then this guy just left the Catholic woman for that other woman. What would be the best thing to do for her? Since she's Catholic, Mr. Ray London, she can actually file for the annulment. She's not under the jurisdiction of the Sharia law, but under our, the usual Philippine constitutional law. So yeah, she can file for annulment so long as she meets one of the legal grounds of the annulment. So hopefully that answered your question. The third question is from Ate Lara Bose, and she asked if she's gonna speak during the pre-trial. So Ate, you're not gonna speak or go to the stand during a pre-trial, as mentioned on the video before this, that it will just be your lawyer speaking, and nothing's gonna happen except for the filing of your it's basically the court accepting the documentation. They call it the exhibits or evidences, and once they've accepted or received those exhibits, then the pre-trial is done. If you find this channel helpful and informative, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe as well to my channel and hit that notification bell. So if in case I upload more videos, then you're gonna be the first one to know. And if you know any of our kababayans who need assistance or need their questions to be answered regarding the annulment process, then don't forget to share this video to them as well. So let's go back to the fourth question. Okay, so this is the fourth and the fifth question, which are the most common questions that I've been getting for the past few months since I uploaded my first video. The fourth question would be how much was spent for the annulment, and how long it took. That's the fifth question, how long it took for the annulment process to be granted. So the fourth question, how much I was spent. Technically, I wasn't the one who paid for it, but my parents, which I am grateful for. They spent between 200 to 300,000 pesos. That's from start to finish. So if you're planning an annulment process, yeah, probably just make sure that you have between 200 to 300,000 pesos. But that's not spent, like, we didn't pay it all at once. That's gradual. So the initial payment was 30,000 for the lawyer, 40,000 for the psychologist, and then every time you have a hearing, a pretrial or something, it's gonna be 5,000 pesos for the lawyer, and then your psychologist would be there during your trial because he will be a witness, and you need to pay 6,000 pesos for the lawyer. Yeah, so hopefully that answered that question, and I won't be getting any more questions about how much I paid for. Now I've answered the question for how much the annulment process would be. Now let me answer the question how long the annulment process is. So mine, it was 2009 when we filed the annulment process, or the annulment, sorry, and then we got the decision around July of 2013. So it took us 4 years. I think this does not hold true for everyone. Some would say, hey, I got my annulment process at 2 years. I got my annulment process at 3 years. So the 4-year answer that, you know, I'm telling you right now would be because of my experience. I had my annulment process done in 4 years. One of the factors would be because the courthouse was really busy. I filed mine in Caloocan City, and during the annulment process, sometimes the fiscal isn't there, sometimes the judge wasn't there, and unfortunately when you're doing a hearing or a trial, both of them have to be there at the same time, and that's not the case most of the time. So what happened was, if they're not there, we have to reschedule, and when we reschedule, it would be 3 to 4 months from that date that we went there. So yeah, hopefully that answered your question. Those are the 5 questions, and again, if you have more questions, don't forget to comment on the description down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did making it, and just look out for the next video next week. So yeah, that's it for me. I'll see you next week, guys. Ciao.